Namo Dasa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Dasa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Dasa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. So today we go to another course of the Rupa. Another course of the Rupa chapter here. So yesterday we discussed about the karma. Okay, how many karma produce Rupa materiality, and also when they produce materiality, and also where they produce materiality. So karma in Buddhism, as I explained before, is so important. So it plays very important role. It produce karma. Karma produce rupa, as well as karma produce bhava as well. Okay, yesterday I told you, karma, because of the karma, the people are born in a destiny, in existence. So if we do good karma, born in a happy destiny. If we do bad karma, or that karma produce a result, then that produce in the bad karma produce life in a unhappy destiny or woeful states. So it does not produce when it produce, when the karma produce is a result. So it produce what the rebirth consciousness. Okay, rebirth the linking consciousness. Patisandhicitta. So that jeta is there. The jeta arises there because of the karma we accumulated in the previous life. So that's why here one more point we have to take note is, so in the paragraph number 30, so karma produce materiality, rupa. So if we continue to paragraph number 31, you will see Chitta produce what? Chitta produce materiality. So Chitta is another condition that produce materiality. So then there may be the question may arise then, what is the cause of a Chitta? Okay, Chitta is some consciousness or mind. They translate, mostly translate as a consciousness or mind. So that consciousness, what is the result of a what? The result of a which Chitta, which within. So we may add that question, we may write that question. So there are two kinds of consciousness, okay, two kinds of Chitta. One is Viti Chitta, active Chitta, okay, Viti Chitta. Some people, the scientists, they translate as a consciousness. It is called consciousness. Then another kind of a Chitta is called Bhavanga Chitta. Bhavangaccheda. So Bhavangaccheda is it is translated as subconsciousness. Subconsciousness. So also we can say that we can interpret according to the function. We can interpret the Bhavangaccheda as what? Inactive. Inactive Chitta. It is also consciousness, but it is not active. So in this way, we can take note. In Pali, we say Bhavanga Chitta and Viti Chitta. So when we are sleeping, other day, so this is very obvious. Other day, no active Chitta arises. Okay, active Chitta, no active Chitta arises. So because the sensitivities, eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, okay, these sensitivities, they are not working, okay, they are not functioning. That's why even though objects are there, we don't see. So Atijeda, Vidijeda arises. So in five door as well as in mind door. Basically, we have a two door. Number one is a five door. Eye, ear, nose, tongue, and body. They are called five door. Okay. And then another door is a mind door. So when we fall asleep, so most of the doors, our sit doors are closed. Okay. So, but the mind door is still working, but it is not active because the 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 objects the objects are there, but not received by the mind. Five doors, eye, ear, nose, tongue, and body are closed. Other than even though objects are there, but the eye door fail to send the image or message to the mind door. So that's why mind door will not be working for the object. For the object that has been transferred from the eye door. So the same goes with the ear door, nose door, tongue door, and body door. So to arise Vidijeda at each door, so there should be object and also the receiver we should have. Object also there, receiver also there, paying attention also there. And also there are many other conditions. For example, for the eye. So if we have an open eye, or object also standing in front of us, but if we have a no light, if we are in a darkness, total darkness, we can't see. So that's why for the eye consciousness to arise, the light is also one of the conditions. And also another condition is manasikara, paying attention. Even though we open our eye, and also object is there, light is there, but we don't pay attention. In that case, we don't see. Seeing consciousness does not arise because maybe we are thinking about something deeply. Okay, we don't see, or seeing consciousness does not arise. So for the Vidijeda to arise, there are many there are many respective reasons, okay, conditions. For the eye, as I told you, we should have an open eye. Also, the eye and also light should be there, and also we have to pay attention to that. Only then we Jagu Dwara Vidijeda or Jagu Vinyana Vidijeda arises. So in this way, so Vidijeda arises. For the Vidijeta to arise, there are different conditions. Or according to the different doors. Okay? So that is about the Vidijeta, how Vidijeta arises in our mind. So it is not something the consciousness is not something given by the God or any other creator. So, but because of the conditions, the Vidijeta arises. So, what about the Bhavanga Jeta? Bhavanga Jeta is an inactive, which is just its function is Bhavanga Jeta has three functions. So, even though we simply go Bhavanga Jeta, because it happens mostly in our life. So that's why generally it is the name Bhavanga Jeta is given there. Life continuous, they call life continuous. It makes us alive. Okay? It makes us alive. Because if there is no mind, then no consciousness, it means we die. So when Vidijeta is not there, Bhavanga Jeta keep us alive. Okay. So throughout our life, starting from the time we were born, after the body sandi jeta, then starting from that moment, just before the arising of the Judy jeta, death consciousness. So throughout our life, whenever Vidhi jeta is absent, so Bhavanga jeta take place. It keeps us alive. So that's why that jeta is called Bhavanga jeta. So, but it has a three function. One function is Padisandi, rebirth linking. Okay, rebirth linking. So that when that Bhavanga jeta work as a Padisandi, rebirth linking. So that Padisandi jeta, who make it? For example, who make me to have that Padisandi jeta when we enter when we are in the mother's womb, not given by the God, not given by any other creator, but it is the result. Okay, Vibhaga Jeta, result of a karma I have accumulated in in the previous life. So that's why Padisandi Jeta is produced or produced by the karma. Okay, all karma produce Padisandi Jeta. So the cause of the Padisandi Jeta for the arising is karma. Okay, so also for the Bhavanga Jeta and also Juti Jeta, it is produced by the karma. So that way we have to remember Jeta. Firstly, we have to know consciousness one kind. Then who make or which one, what is the origin of a Jeta? What is the cause and condition for the rising of a consciousness Jeta? Then we have to divide the Jeta into two types. First type is Vidhi Jeta. Second type is Bhavanga Jeta. So Vidhi Jeta, because of Vidhi, we have a sick. In brief, two kinds of Vidhi. And in detail, we can say 6 kinds of Vidhi. So Jakudvara Vidhi, Jeta that have been in the eye door. So Sotadvara Vidhi Jeta is Vidhi Jeta that have been in the ear door and also in the nose door, tongue door, body door, and mind door. Okay, so they have for the rising of these Vidhi Jeta, they have their respective causes and conditions. So then we come to be clear that Viccheda is not given by any other person, not created by any other person, but because of these causes and conditions, that sort of Viccheda arises, we come to know. Then about the Bhavanga Citta. So regarding the Bhavanga Citta, so the name Bhavanga Citta, life continuum, is given because most of the time, or it mostly happens as a Bhavanga Citta. That's why the name is given as a Bhavanga. But it has a three functions. So, and they are different times, different conditions. One function is a Patisandhi, another function, second function is Bhavanga, and then the last function is the Chuti. Okay, Patisandhi, Bhavanga, Chuti. They are the same. Okay. So this Bhavanga Citta is produced by the karma we accumulated in our previous existence. So as I told you, in the case of a karma, karma is many. So 12 agusala karma, okay, 12 agusala karma, unwholesome actions, unwholesome volitional actions, and also wholesome volitional action. So also among the unwholesome volitional actions, we can also divide. So some of the unwholesome volitional actions are rooted in the lobha and moha. Okay, so that is one thing. Some are rooted in the dosa and moha. Some are rooted in the moha only. Okay. So for the wholesome, so the wholesome volitional actions also we have for the sentient beings. So we have 8 wholesome volitional actions. So for the 5 material practice, five material sphere, those who are to be born in a 5 material sphere, they have 5 volitional actions. So for the Arupa, sentient Arupa beings, it is immaterial being. For them also they have 4 wholesome volitional actions. So according to these volitional actions, so they produce their respective result. So if we do a wholesome volitional action led by the lobha and moha, then we will be it will produce what rebirth consciousness. Okay, rebirth the linking consciousness in the lower states and in the 4 woku states, in one of the 4 woku states. So also rooted in the dosa, it will lead to the one of the 4 woku states, or rooted in the moha only, also produce rebirth linking consciousness in the woku states. So that's why karma to produce Patisandhi Citta, karma produce Bhavanga Citta, karma produce Juti Citta. Okay, so that point we have to be very clear. Bhavanga Citta and Viccheda. So otherwise we may think, oh, the Citta we get, someone give, who give? We may have such a doubt. So what is the cause of the Citta? Different Citta and also different causes are given. So explain it. So after that, so when we were born, so in a life, in a existence, so at that time, it started with the Patisandhicetta. Patisandhicetta start to arise together with the karma-born materialities. We are born in a, we not yet go out of the mother's womb. Maybe we start to appear in the mother's womb. So the first arising moment, at that time, Patisandhicetta, and together with the Chitasika and the karma-born matters, we were born, we were there. Then after that, after the Patisandhicetta arises, that Patisandhicetta cannot last long, okay, arising and then dissolving, finish. 3 moments, okay, arise and dissolve. Arise, present, and then dissolve. Then after that, Patisandhicetta is a follow, only one time happen in life, Patisandhicetta. After that, it is followed by the Bhavanga Citta. Maybe the same type of the Citta it is, but according to their, it's a function, a change, the name is a change to be Bhavanga, not to die, but to keep it alive. That the Bhavanga Citta take place after the cessation of the Patisandhicetta. Okay, so that first Bhavanga Citta start to produce materiality. Okay, that study from that first Bhavanga Citta, it produces materiality in our life. Okay, that is here mentioned Arupa Vibhaga Dvibhanja Vinyana Vajidam Panja Sasati Vidambi Citta Citta Samodhana Rupan Pathama Bhavanga Mubadaya Jayanda Mewa Samodha Bedi. Okay, maybe you may read in the Chinese language, but I can't read. So it's okay. So in this sentence, sentence, we can see Samodha Bedi, the cause to arise. Okay, Samodha Bedi, cause to arise. Cause to arise what? Citta Samodhana Rupam, Citta born matters. Citta born matters. So which produce Citta born matter? Cittam, how many? Citta is a consciousness. How many Citta? Panja Sasati Vidam 75. Panja 7, Sasati Panja 5, Sasati 7. So 7 plus 70 plus 5. So altogether 75. So 75 Citta produce or cause to arise Citta born matter. So what are the 75 Citta? Here they don't enumerate the number of the Citta to be taking. Okay, the Citta to be taking. But what they mention, what does it mention here is then the name of the Citta that should be excluded. Okay, excluded is a Vajidam. That should be excluded. So how many? What are these Citta to be excluded? Arupa Vibhaga, Vibhanja Vinyana. So for Arupa Vibhaga Citta, Vibhaga is a resultant. Arupa is an immediate existence. So for immediate resultant consciousness, so they cannot produce a result. So Arupa Vibhaga Citta happen in the Arupa existence. Okay. Other than Arupa is no material at all. Even though that Citta arises, that cannot produce is a result. Rupa. And also when we practice to attain the Arupa jhana, find immaterial jhana, So first thing we have to develop is Rupa Vidaga Sanya, perception of the detachment to the materiality. So no attachment at all to the materiality. So that perception arises. So other only with if there is no such a perception of the detachment to the materiality, then we cannot practice arupa jhana. So to be able to practice arupa jhana, firstly we have to remove detachment to the materiality. That's why they have the journey they start is without attachment to the materiality. That's why if they continue to practice the arupa jhana, arupa kusala citta arises. So wholesome arupa, immediate wholesome consciousness arises. Is a vipaka citta, resulting consciousness. Immediate resulting consciousness arises. Okay, immediate resulting. So I think it is very clear that you study from the very beginning, meditator practice with the without attachment to the materiality, no attachment at all to the materiality. So that the arupa, for arupa vipaka citta is the result of that practice. That's why there is no attachment to the materiality, and also it became not able to produce any materiality. So because of the existence as well as because of the practice. So arupa vipaka citta does not produce materiality. Now cannot produce materiality. And also another one is Dvipanja Vijnana. Vijnana is a jit consciousness. Panja Vijnana is a five consciousness. Or Dvi means a pair, five pair of a consciousness. Okay. Five pair of consciousness means what? We have an two eye consciousness. So sometimes we may think, oh, it's a good because we have two eyes. That's why two eye consciousness. But it is not that way. Two eye consciousness means eye consciousness as a result of unwholesome. Unwholesome. So we have eye consciousness, but it arises as a result of unwholesome karma. And also another eye consciousness is the eye consciousness as the result of a wholesome, wholesome karma. So we can simply say wholesome eye consciousness and wholesome result of eye consciousness. And wholesome result of eye consciousness. Kusala vipaka jaku vijnana. And then akusala vipaka jaku vijnana. Like that, in this way we have two types of the eye consciousness. Okay, don't misunderstand that because we have two eye, that's why two eye consciousness. We have a two ear, that's why we have a two ear consciousness. That's not the correct way to say. So the correct way to say is that wholesome eye consciousness and wholesome resulting eye consciousness. And wholesome resulting eye consciousness. Like that. So we go eye, ear, nose, tongue, and body. So five. So each one have a two consciousness altogether. We have a 10 consciousness. So they are gone. Five pairs of the consciousness. Okay, five pairs of the consciousness. These five pairs of the consciousness also not able to produce materiality. Okay, because the reason is given in the commentaries that these consciousness, so as you see, eye consciousness, ear consciousness, and so on, they do not associate with any root. Okay? They are rootless, no root. There is no lobha, no dosa, no moha. Okay? Lobha, greed, hatred, and delusion do not associate with these 5 layers of consciousness. So also alobha, adosa, amoha, no greed, no hatred, no delusion. These good root also do not associate with them. That's why they are rootless, like a plant. Okay, like a plant without root. Okay, like a moss. And I don't know whether moss has a root or not, but because it is moving from place to place, because it has no root. So if something is without root, okay, a plant without root, it is easy to fall down. Okay, it is difficult to, it will be very hard for it to give a support or to give support to others, as well as much less as to produce another thing, another one. Here also, these 5 layers of consciousness, they do not have a root. They are rootless. That's why they are very weak. They just maintain for themselves. They cannot be a sort of support for the materiality to arise. They cannot be the cause for the materiality to arise. So that's why also this what Dim Banja Vinyana Cheta cannot produce. Okay, then Vinyana, or 5 layers of the consciousness, they cannot produce any materiality. Okay, so you haven't studied the consciousness chapter. That's why the for the consciousness, I need to explain. In the Buddha Abhidhamma, Theravada Abhidhamma, they have mentioned 89 citta, 89 types of the consciousness. Okay, in brief, 89 types of the consciousness are there. Okay, 89 types of the consciousness are there. Among the 89, you minus for Arupa Vipaka, and then Vijnana Citta, 14. So you will get 75. Okay, these 75 Cittas do not produce result from materiality. And these 75 Citta produce materiality. Okay, so 14 Citta for Arupa Vipaka, and also 5 layers of the consciousness, eye, ear, nose, and body. These 14 Citta do not produce any materiality. Apart from that, Padisandhi Citta. Okay, Padisandhi Citta, regarding that, Padisandhi Citta also do not produce materiality, any materiality. So, because of the reason for the Padisandhi Citta, rebirth, the linking consciousness, so they are explained. Because as you see, Padisandhi Citta arises so at the very first moment of arrival to the new existence. Okay, at that time, so the Rupa, Namas, they are very new to be in that existence. So the base for the Padisandhi Citta is a heart base. So heart base is just arise in the mother's womb. So as an embryo, there is maybe a tiny drop of water or whatever. Other the heart base is there. That heart base just newly arise. That's why the heart base is also very weak. So on that base, Patisandhiceta depend on, okay, depends on, and then arises. So that's why you can understand that Patisandhiceta is very weak. Okay, the first consciousness that arise in life. So the very first consciousness, that is Patisandhiceta, it is very weak. Very weak because his base also very weak. So, and also itself, Patisandhiceta itself also, just newly produced by the karma and a new existence. So, like you are what? Like you are a stranger to a new place. Okay, so if you are a very much a stranger to a new place, no one knows you, you know anyone in that area or any place you don't know. In that case, other people come and ask you, please help me. Can you tell me, I want to go to this place or that place. Can you show me the way? How can you? You cannot. Because you are very new to that place. That is similarly, Patisandhiceta is like that. Very new Jeta. And also, to now that Jeta is in a very new existence, very new place. So that's why. So it is also not, it is not productive. It cannot produce any rupa. Okay, Patisandhiceta cannot produce any Jeta, any rupa in that existence. So, but for the after the Patisandhiceta, that there arises Bhavanga, first Bhavanga Jeta. So at that time, Bhavanga Jeta will be able to, because already fit. Okay. So another Jeta that cannot produce materiality is the death consciousness. Okay. So death consciousness, according to the commentary to the Abhidhamma Sangha, it is specifically mentioned that the death consciousness of the Arahant. So that is the Tikajo Abhidhamma Vibhavani's idea. It mentioned that the Judicata of the Arahant cannot produce any materiality, because for the other hand, he already cut off, okay, avijja and dana, that serve as a root for the cyclic suffering, cyclic condition of birth and death. So for the other hand, he has no more such a root, no avijja, no craving, no delusion. So these two roots are removed by the other hand. That's why the Judicata, death consciousness of the other hand, cannot produce any materiality. They are mentioned in the Tika. So, but according to the Athasalini Muladika, and also another Vibhanga Muladika, so they mention that not only Judicata or the other hand, but also any Judicata. Okay, any Judicata or the any types of the person cannot produce any materiality. So that point also we have to remember. So altogether among the 89 Jeta. So 4 Arupa Vibhaga, and then 5 pairs of the Vijnana consciousness. So, and also Bodhisanti Jeta, and then Judy Jeta. They cannot produce any materiality. But even though we reduce, we minus Padisandi Jeta and Judy Jeta, but the Bhavanga Jeta they remain. That's why even though we minus these two, the number will not be reduced. So that's why the only 14 will be reduced here. That's why here mentioned Panja Sasati Vidambi, 75 consciousness. Okay, 75 consciousness. So except for Arupa Vibhaga, and then 5 pairs of consciousness. And then in addition to that, we have to remember Padisandi Jeta and then Judy Jeta. So except these consciousness, 14 consciousness, or maybe 14 or 15, 16 consciousness. But the two, even though we minus, it does not reduce the number. So because Bhavanga Jeta is still there. So that's why here mentioned basically Panja Sasati Vidambi Jetam. So 75 consciousnesses produce Jeta Born matter, okay, materiality. So when it produces, here they mention Patama Bhavanga Mubadaya, when starting from the first Bhavanga Jeta. So you imagine your life. So first arrival consciousness is Padisandi Jeta. Okay. After that Padisandi Jeta, after the dissolution of that Padisandi Jeta, it is followed by the Bhavanga Jeta. So Bhavanga continuously. So because it is too small, too weak. That's why it is not possible at that time to arise a Viti Jeta for the ordinary people, ordinary persons. So that's why mostly it has been the stream of the Bhavanga have been for many, many days and nights. Bhavanga Jeta, one Bhavanga Jeta after another, they continuously have been. Okay, so then the very first Bhavanga Jeta that they go here, Patama Bhavanga Mubadaya, starting from the very first Bhavanga Jeta. So it 75 Jetas, or one of the 75 Jetas, produce materiality. So these materialities are produced by the Jeta. That's why they are called Jeta born matter. So when studying from the first Bhavanga. So can you say specifically, then here mention that Jayanda Mewa, Jayanda Mewa. Jayati means arising. Okay. Starting from the arising moment of the very first Bhavanga Jeta throughout the life. Okay. Throughout the life. It produces its materiality. If Bhavanga Jeta continue to produce, continue to arise, then each Bhavanga Jeta will continue to produce their respective materiality. Then after that, Viti Jeta sometime, Viti Jeta arises, then that Viti Jeta also will produce their respective materialities throughout their life. Okay, so that point we have to understand. So,
Sayadaw,
yeah.
actually, I have a question in here. Is it the Patama Bhavanga and Upadaya? So because this is the joint form, so I think it's after arising of the first Bhavanga Jeta, should it be, no?
No.
Not Mahola.
Starting from the first.
Oh,
Jeta.
so we have, oh, okay, I got it. Thank you.
It means that you are, the way you interpret is partly right. So Rupa arises, the first Patama Bhavan, first Bhavanga Jeta arises first. Only when it arises, starting from the arising moment, it produces a result, Rupa. Okay, understand the point? So we can say that Jeta Bhavan arises after the first Bhavanga Jeta. If you say like that, it is okay. But if we say another way, one of the 75 Jeta start to produce a materiality, okay, starting from the produce the materiality, starting from the rising moment of the first Bhavanga Jeta. Okay, if we say completely like that. So I will repeat again. One of the 75 Jeta produce materiality starting from the arising moment of the first Bhavanga Jeta. So maybe Jeta arise and also maybe quite closely, it also produces a Rupa. Once it arises, it produces a Rupa. Okay.
So that means, so in the Ubada moment, right?
Yeah. Ubada moment, yeah. Ubada moment.
Okay, thank you, Sayadaw.
Yeah. Ubada moment. So in that case, so for the Bhavanga Jeta, okay, but Bhavanga Jeta maybe in the life, any life. Patisandhi Jeta is the first Jeta that arises, and then Bhavanga Jeta is the second one. Okay, so in that case, Bhavanga Jeta also quite new in that new existence. So, but one goodness is that it gets the support from the preceding Patisandhi Jeta. Okay, because their name is different, but they are the same Jeta. Okay, name is Patisandhi, we give the name Patisandhi Jeta, after that the Bhavanga Jeta. Even though name is different, but they are the same Jeta, the same type of the consciousness. That's why preceding Patisandhi Jeta support first Bhavanga Jeta to arise. Okay, in that case, so unlike a Patisandhi Jeta, it became no longer weak. Okay, it is no longer weak. So because it got the support from the preceding Patisandhi Jeta. And also the heart base also comparatively it is stronger than when it serves at the base for the Patisandhi Jeta. That's why, so starting from the arising moment of the first Bhavanga Jeta, it starts to produce a Rupa. So that why is so during the Bhavati moment, okay, so during the Bhavati moment, there arise Viti Jeta, Bhavanga Jeta, like that. So these at that time, so not only Jeta, okay, not only Jeta support materiality to arise or to maintain, but also so another yeah, not only Bhavangaccheda, Vidhichetas are also right there. Other than they can support not only as a preceding and support following consciousness, but also they can support as a what ahara, nutriment or faculty, and so on. In many ways of co-nascent Pajaya Sati. Okay, we can get. So that's why here we can, in brief, we can understand that 75 Jeta, one of the 75 Jeta, they produce the materiality. So starting from the arising moment of the first Bhavanga Jeta, okay, throughout the life. So whenever these Jeta arises, either Vidhi Jeta or Bhavanga Jeta, they produce materiality. So these materialities are produced by the Jeta, that's why they are called Jeta-born matters. Okay, so regarding the Jeta-born matters, so we have maybe in the here on the paragraph number 43, they briefly mention that Panarasa, okay, Atharasa, Panarasa, Dirasa, Dwadasa. So 4 words are there. These 4 words we have to join Kamma, Jeta, Uttu, Ahara. Okay, so Kamma born matters are 18. The Jeta born matters are 15. And then Uttu born matters are 13. And then Ahara born matters are 12. Okay, in this way we can to remember easily the Asian teachers, they make a verse. Atharasa, Banarasa, Terasa, Dwarasa, Teacher, Kama, Jaito, Tu, Kahara, Chani, Fondi, Yatagama, orderly. So in the proper order. It means the first one match with the first. The first one, Atharasa, should be matched with the Kama, like that. So here, how many rupas are produced by the Chitta? They are giving there. Altogether, 15 materialities are produced by the Chitta. So among them, here what you can have here is, so Vinyati Dwayan, Chittaja Mewa, number 38. Okay. Number 38 here, Vinyati Dwayan, Chaitaja Mewa, Vinyati. So Vinyati means a movement. Okay, we already discussed that one, bodily intimation, verbal intimation. So bodily culture and verbal culture. So these two are called Vinyati. These two Vinyati, as we have discussed before, without Chitta, without consciousness, they cannot these rupa will not arise. Okay, that's why these rupas are produced by the purely produced by the Chitta consciousness. Okay, so Vinyati Dwaya Chittija Mewa. And then another rupa produced by the Chitta Sado, Chitto to if there is a no consciousness, no mind, okay, I have a no mind to talk, okay, no intention to talk. Otherwise, no sound will arise. Okay, so that's why one of the reasons for the sound to arise, sound materiality to arise is saddha. Okay, one of the condition for the sound materiality to arise is Chitta, Chitto Dujo. Not only because of the Chitta, sometimes the wind blow, when there is a wind or breeze, they have it make a sound. Sometimes we can hear the sound from the roof. No one is there, but because of the heat, because of the cold. So they make a sound like a chit 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 like that, chit 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 chit. So that sort of sound is made by the Utu, okay, temperature. So if you give a heat to a sort of paper, a sheet of paper, then you can see when they are getting hotter and hotter, it can make a voice, make a sound. That is because of the Udu temperature. So temperature is a reason, one of the reason. So, and also we can say another way, Chitta, consciousness and Udu temperatures are the causes for the sound to arise. Okay, materiality, sound materiality to arise. So we can take note that materiality produced by the consciousness, we get three now, two vinyati, and then one sound. And then next one here 40, paragraph number 40. Okay. Lahuda Dedayan Udu Jeta Hari Sambodhi. So we have studied the Vigara Rupa. Okay, Vigara Rupa. So among them, Lahuda, Muruda, Kamanyada, okay, lightness, Lahuda, lightness of the materiality, Muruda, softness of the materiality, and then Kamanyada, adaptability of the materiality. So these three rupas are also one of the Udu, or produced by the Udu, Cheta, Udu Damrija, Cheta consciousness, Ahara nutriment. So they are also, we can see Chitta consciousness. That's why we can understand that Lahuda, Muruda, Kaminyata, the three rupa are also produced by the consciousness. So we get a 6. 2 Vinyati, 1 Sada, and 3 Lahuda, Muruda, Kaminyata. Okay, then for paragraph, then altogether how many? 3, 6 we get. Okay. Then another one, Awini Boga Rupani Jiva Akasa Datuja Chitui Sambutani, 8 inseparable matters in space. Okay, altogether 9. So these 9 are produced by the because of the Jeta, because of Udu, because of Ahara. So they are produced by these 8 inseparable matter in the space are produced by the whole conditions. Among them is the Jeta. That's why we add. So 9, and then 2 Vinyati, it means 11. Sada, 12. And then Lahuda, Muruda, Kamanyata, 3. So altogether we get 15 materiality. Okay, these 15 materialities are produced by the Chitta, okay, whenever it arises. Okay, then in brief, we can understand that today what we talk is about the Chitta produce materiality. Okay, Chitta consciousness produce materiality. So how many Chitta produce materiality? Then we come to know 75 consciousness produce materiality. So how many materiality will be produced by the Chitta? Okay, in that case, you can simply say 15. Okay, what are they? You can count 2 Vinyati, 1 Sada, Lahuda, Muruda, Kamanyata, and then 8 inseparable matter and space. So altogether 15. And when they are produced, then starting from the arising moment of the first Bhavanga Chitta, okay, throughout the life. Okay, throughout the life. it produce, these Jeta produce this Rupa. Okay, so with this we come to know that one. And also another one we come to know is what is the cause and condition of the Chitta. Okay, so in this regard we explained already, but we have two types of Chitta in life. One is Bhavanga Chitta, another is Viti Chitta. Life continuum and then a thought process. Or we can also say active consciousness and inactive consciousness. So active consciousness is opposite kinds. They have their respective causes and conditions to arise. So for the inactive consciousness, that is Bodhisattva, Bhavanga, Chuti, Chitta. So for them, the cause is a karma. Okay, karma is the cause. Even though karma is there, but if there is no base, it cannot arise. So therefore we can say karma is the main cause. It arises. Bodhisattva, Bhavanga, Chuti, Chitta arise depending on the heart base. Okay, so that is about the how Chitta produce materiality in our life. So with this, we will conclude for today. Thank you so much.
Sorry, Sayadaw.
Yes.
There is one question. So when we talk about the Dui Panja, Dui Panja Vijnana, okay, Dui Panja Vijnana. So because they don't have the we call the Ahituka. So why we have to classify as a kusala and akusala? That's a student question. Okay.
It is it's up to the because they are resultant. Okay, they are resultant consciousness. So this result can be because of the wholesome kusala or because of the unwholesome akusala. It's up to that. So for example, so when we see good object, pleasant object, okay, that seeing consciousness arises. So that seeing consciousness arises when we encounter with the pleasant object, Aitharamana, so pleasant object, then we can say that is the result of the wholesome karma. Jagu Vijnana Citta arises as a result of a wholesome karma. So that is, in this way we can know. It is not directly wholesome or unwholesome. They are said as a wholesome resultant consciousness. So sometimes we see undesirable, unpleasant object. We don't want to see, we don't want to hear, but we happen to hear, happen to see. Other time also, when we hear, when we see, eye consciousness, ear consciousness arise. So, but that consciousness is the result of a unwholesome karma. Okay, because we don't want to see, but we happen to see it. That's why they are called wholesome resulting consciousness and unwholesome resulting consciousness. Okay.
Thank you so much, Sayadaw.
Yeah. So with this, we'll conclude. Okay. Buddha Sasanam Jiran Data Du Buddha Sasanam Jiran Data Du Buddha Sasanam Jiran Data Du Sadhu Sadhu Sadhu.